Chillerama. This is an example of a love it or hate it kind of movie. I've seen people that absolutely hate this movie, and I've seen people absolutely love it. I've loved it. A lot of the hate comes from, and also I'm pointing to the story in hand. It's an anthology film that's a tribute to Troma and Roger Corman and all that good old B-movie entertainment. And the Werebear story, which is the second one, I was a teenage werebear, gets a lot of hate and it's considered a piece of shit. I thought Werebear was absolutely fucking hilarious. The rest of the stories are better though, which is Wadzilla, The Diary of Anne Frankenstein, and Zombie Movie. And this is one of the best anthology films I've seen in quite a long time. And I've watched this quite a few times. But be warned, this is on Netflix Instant too. It's a movie you're absolutely going to either love it, like I did, or you're just going to hate it and call it a piece of shit. So be warned when you go into it, see Chillerama. Chillerama. This has become a big cult hit already. Attack the Block. It's extremely popular from the producers of Shaun of the Dead, which to me has become a movie that you either really liked or hated that one too, and I thought Shaun of the Dead was fucking hilarious. Attack the Block is even better in my opinion. It's a movie that started off with some of the most unlikable characters I've seen and ended up really liking by the end of it. The aliens are fucking awesome and they're practical, or they're mostly practical. There's some CGI enhancement, but you can see a piece of the monster right there. It is fantastic. Somebody described it as critters in the hood, and that's a good description of the movie. I thought it was fucking awesome. It lived up to its hype in my opinion. And I haven't really met anybody that said that it didn't, but there's probably somebody out there. Here's another one that's getting hyped up. Indie horror comedy Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. This movie is hilarious. This is much like Chop. I don't want this one to get forgotten because this is what I want to see when it comes to independent horror comedies. Is a really fresh and original idea. This movie takes the whole stereotype of the rednecks being the evildoers in these kind of movies and does something original and fresh with it. Kind of like Chop takes the whole Saw hostile like torture and revenge thing and turns it on its head. This movie does the same thing with the redneck stuff, and it's hilarious, gory as hell, and it has these two guys, Tucker and Dale, are two of the most likable characters I've seen in a long time too. It's just hilarious. I think a lot of people would love this. Netflix Instant, another one. Check it out. Add it to your queue. The Last American Virgin. Finally watched this not too long ago, and it's hilarious. I love my two favorite things in the world, movie-wise, is 80s slasher movies and 80s sex comedies. I love 80s sex comedies so much. And this movie is hilarious with a downbeat, depressing, bleak ending. The ending is really infamous. If you talk to people who've seen this, the ending is one of the main things they bring up because this movie is nice and happy and likable, good going kind of movie and all that, and then it ends on a down note. But it's a realistic ending. It's not an ending that doesn't feel like it should be on this movie. It's a ending. This is a logical ending to this story, and it's a very realistic ending. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm sure if you look it up, it'll be spoiled for you. But go in not knowing it. I think you'd be really surprised. It is hilarious, and it's one of the best 80s sex comedies I've seen. I would put it up there with Revenge of the Nerds and Porky's. Got Luci Fulci's House by the Cemetery, which is I think one of his best films. Not I talked about it in another video. Not my favorite film of his, but I think this one's really entertaining, really creepy, and there's some really good gore in it. If you're a fan of his, you probably have already seen this movie. If not, you should check it out. This is the special edition DVD. It's also on Blu-ray. Has new features, interviews with stars, and all that. I think if you're a fan, pick this up as soon as possible. I think it's one of his better movies. This is the only movie in the set I've bought that I have not watched yet, and that is A Blade in the Dark by Roberto Bava, who did the Demons movies. And I need to watch this because I've heard good things about it, so I'm going to watch this one soon. Audio Sabata a spaghetti western from 1970. With Yul Brynner. I think this movie is awesome. I actually just saw bits and pieces of this on Encore Westerns, and then it was added to Netflix Instant just not too long ago, and I watched it and I loved it, and I loved it so much I bought it. I think it's I think it's my favorite spaghetti western. A lot of people will probably say this $3 trilogy, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, is their favorite, is the best. Those are great, but this one's my personal favorite. I think this is entertaining. It's both entertaining and cheesy and awesome at the same time. I think Tarantino is a big fan of this, and I don't blame him because it's fucking awesome. The Andy Sidaris collection of Girls, Guns, and G-Strings. 12 of his movies in one fucking awesome set. In this movie, if you haven't heard of Andy Sidaris, just look him up. He made his movies, like I said, had three things in common. It had lots of explosions, lots of hot girls who like to get naked, and lots of guns. And what I consider his masterpiece is Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Hard Ticket to Hawaii is one of the most entertaining 80s action movies ever made. And it's mostly because there's this damn snake in the movie. I don't want to spoil it, but this damn snake steals the fucking show away from everybody. I've seen all the films on the set but 3 of them, and all the films I watched on the set are all entertaining, but like I said, Hard Ticket Hawaii is worth the purchase alone. This set costs under $10 on Amazon. So trust me, you're not wasting your money. You will like these movies. If you like Girls, Guns, and G-Strings, you'll love this. You love this set. Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Like I said, watch that one first. The Jim Van Bebber set, featuring. Sorry, let me show that set again. Featuring the Manson family, the movie that took him 15 years to finish. And his first film, Deadbeat at Dawn, and it also includes a whole bunch of his short films. I saw these movies for the first time in this set. Deadbeat at Dawn is an incredibly entertaining revenge movie. This guy, it's clear watching this movie that Jim Van Bebber had a lot of talent. A lot of talent, and it's a shame that it took him 15 years to finish The Manson. The Manson family, I can't say it's entertaining. It's shocking. It's violent as hell. But it shows that Jim had a lot of talent. This one too. It's a shame that he might not make another movie because it took so ridiculously long to get this one finished. You can't really blame him. 15 years to finish a movie because no one will give you funds is so fucking stupid. But if he stops making movies, okay. He's left us with 2 awesome movies in the short films. My Sweet Satan, Roadkill, Dopper, Kata, and Into the Black are all entertaining. I think My Sweet Satan is the best short film on the set. But pick up these movies. Both of these movies are just really, really good. Deadbeat Dawn is highly entertaining, and Manson Family is just shocking and just fascinating to watch. Highly recommend picking both of them up. Last, but certainly not least, The Basement set. This monster, it's the size of a big VHS box, the old school VHS boxes, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 movies in it. It has The Basement. The Basement is a Super 8 anthology film that was never released, kind of never finished. That they're releasing for the first time on here, and it has really bad sound dub work, but the stories themselves are highly entertaining. The Basement is it's awesome. It has lots of blood and lots of monsters in it. I've already talked about Video Violence 1 and 2, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Captive is another film. This is the 3rd film by the Video Violence director Gary Conan. It's the last film he did. And it's a Last House on the Left style film. It's not nearly as shocking as it should be. It's my least favorite film on the set. I do recommend checking it out because it is really well made for what it is. Cannibal Cop Out is really cheesy but highly entertaining. Good stuff. And I'm gonna open the set so you can see what it looks like. There's other videos I've seen this mostly because of my friends, so they can see it. See, and you open it up, it looks like that. Here's the DVD. This is the VHS for the Basement, because we get the Basement both on DVD and VHS, because it never got a release in any format. And you open this up, all 3 discs are stacked on top of each other. I don't like that personally, but I'm not going to complain because the set is cheap and you get 5 awesome movies. Here's the back. Like I said, here's the VHS again. Put the DVD back in there. And here's the set. Here's the back of it. This is this thing is beautiful. When I got this in the mail, even watching this video or seeing pictures, it does not do this justice. When you actually hold it in person, you will be blown away by it. It is incredible. I love having it on my shelf because people ask about it and I say it's fucking awesome, isn't it? And it's worth getting for The Basement alone. I think The Basement is one of the most entertaining anthology films I've seen. If it wasn't for the atrocious dub work, you'd think it would be a classic, but nothing's perfect. And one more I forgot before I go. I got this, Destroy Monsters, the Media Blasters disc. This is the first release since the last one, which was really sucky and it had a really bad picture. This is incredible movie. This is one of my favorite Godzilla movies. I'm a big Godzilla fan. Media Blasters we're going to release Godzilla vs. Megalon on DVD and Blu-ray, but there's a lot of problems with Toho, and the people who did the commentary tracks are asking for more money and all that. But Destroy All Monsters is incredible. Buy this if you're a Godzilla fan. It's on Blu-ray and DVD. Well, thank you for sitting here and listening to my non-stop rambling. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.